Hey folks, this is Matt once again. And for those who don't know my channel, I don't really talk a lot about politics because, someone said there's three things that's best not to talk about: politics, religion, and sex. Because to be honest, people don't really want to hear your thoughts on any of those three. They don't want to hear about who you fucking. Religion is a touchy subject, and politics are another touchy subject. But I've said in a couple streams that politically I'm not on either front because I don't like the extremes on either front. I don't trust any politician anytime. Didn't like Donald Trump. Didn't like Joe Biden. Didn't like Chameleon Harris. George W. I don't like any of them. I just don't. I don't trust any of them. I think anything they say isn't quite the truth. I'm just one of those guys. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust extremists on either side. But at the same time, if someone is a fan of mine or watches this channel and they're on the left, I have no issues with that. If someone watches my channel and they're on the right, I have no issues with that. As long as you're a decent person and there's decent people on both sides. There are. I'm sorry, those are the facts. So I'm not sorry about that. So I don't know if I'll even upload this. This is just to get it out of my basement, but a guy named Charlie Kirk, political activist. I've never seen any of his videos. I didn't know who this guy was. But he was murdered. Let's not sugarcoat it. He was murdered. He was assassinated. And what really sparks this is I didn't know the guy, so it's sad. Someone's murdered. Always sad. It's the reaction that got me. This reaction where if you have a different opinion, and I looked up some of his stuff he said. I don't agree with all that he said. Some I did, some I didn't. But that doesn't matter because they're just opinions. You may be like, I don't know about that, or I don't know, maybe you could have said that better, or I don't know about that, dude. And maybe at best, if you go, oh, fuck you, man, back in the day what we used to do, arguments, debates, maybe heated debates, maybe go fuck yourself, and then you go out, you have a beer, or I don't drink, but you have, Mellow Yellow or something, and at the end of the day, you talked it out, you have a conversation. But this guy over opinion was murdered, assassinated. Not the first time this happened, and it won't be the last time. Because I looked at the way people react to this. Not all, but some people on the one side. Some. Let me repeat. Some. Not all, some. Because some reacted, like a human being. Wow, that's horrible. That's terrible. But when some people are laughing about it, joking about it, mocking it, cheering it, and I'm sitting there going, is this who we are as human beings? I mean, I'm cynical. I'm very cynical on things. So in the back of my head, I know. But when you're proving it, proving what you were thinking was right all along, that, yeah, if someone says a person is maybe smart, but people are pretty dumb. Like, people are mocking and laughing and cheering and making jokes and memes when a guy was murdered. A guy was murdered. Again, this guy I didn't even know. But he was murdered. His kids have no dad. They have no dad. Those kids have no dad. That wife has no husband anymore. Those family and friends don't have a loved one anymore. And over a difference of opinion. And as I'm recording, they haven't caught the person. They had one person who was a person of interest. Maybe by the time, if I do upload this, I don't know. I'm just letting stuff out of my basement. This will be a lot of rambling, but it's just, if this is the way the human race is, I want AI to take over. I do. We'll be pals. I think of Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I'd like to meet God. We'd be pals. Yeah, you know what? Johnny Five, you come alive, you come over here, we'll be pals. Let AI. If this is how a human race is, I'm like, I welcome AI. Come talk. I'll be Joey Pants and fucking The Matrix. I know the steak ain't real, but if it tastes good, you know, there's a lot of good people, and yeah, I'm halfway kidding with that AI thing, but I'm half not. That's the scary thing. But there's a lot of good people, and I mean, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's not the first or last time someone's been murdered, assassinated. It's not the first or last time someone's mocked and cheered. But you would like to think, maybe, that semblance in your brain, that maybe somehow, some way, would you get better? But it seems like we're not. And when I say we as a human race. And you bring up stuff about gun laws. Okay, fine, you do the gun laws. It's still going to happen. Because you got to change people's way of thinking. You gotta change people's way of reasoning. You gotta change the way of people demonizing another group. Whichever group it is. Pick a group. And they get demonized. You gotta look at the fact that, what was it? Was that FEMA upper echelon person? Hurricane happened. Person said, if they have a Donald Trump banner, don't check to see if they're safe. What? That's egregious. That's horrible. I don't care. If the same person said, if they have a Joe Biden banner, don't check on them. It'd still be horrendous, egregious, insane, and horrible. Don't give a fuck who you voted for. Like, anyone watching this, I'm not going to hate you because you voted for someone. I'm not going to hate you because you believe in a certain religion. If you're not hurting yourself, if you're not hurting others, if you're not hurting animals or kids, if you respect person as another human being, another animal as a living thing, unless, of course, you need to hunt for food, of course, or safety, defend yourself. Is that really so hard to fathom? But apparently it is. For example, let's think of someone I don't like. Steven Seagal. I've made fun of Steven Seagal, mocking, him, his weight, his movies, the recent 10 years, his, seems to be bad behavior with how he treats women, how he beats the hell out of stuntmen, how he seems like a pretty terrible person. But if he died tomorrow, I wouldn't be sitting there mocking, doing a video going, yeah, he got what he deserved. No. Because it's just fucking decency. But apparently that's outlawed. Decency. To the people that mock and laugh and cheer about this, I want to ask you. Ask you right there, you. To be honest, I don't know if any of them would be on here, because it seems like the people who are watching, subscribe, you all seem like really decent people, and I appreciate that. Of course it is, because you said to me. But I mean, also, in streams, you guys have been kind and generous. You send in paid requests when you didn't have to. You do all this other stuff you didn't have to. Super chats you didn't have to. You're a lot of decent people. Good people. Nice comments. But I'm just saying, if someone, random person, random thought, random individual sees this video, and you're one of the people that mocked and laughed and cheered, explain why. Explain why. Be my guest. And yes, I meant to say guess. Be my guess work. So I was going to say guest with a T. No, guess. As in, I want you to make me not have to guess anymore. Give me all the guesses I would think of. Because I don't want to sit here for 10 minutes and try to guess on what your mentality is to do this. You don't have to agree with the person. Murdering, assassinating is pretty fucking different. And again, if this is how it is, if this is how the human race is going to be, if I take a pick right here between them and AI, I'm going to give AI a chance. May blow up in my face too. But the human race has been sucking it for a bit. I don't know, man. I'm just rambling. And it's weird because, again, I think it's just that reaction that people are. I'm like, really? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how you mock and laugh and fucking make jokes about a guy that got murdered. Now, on video, too, because I didn't see it. I didn't want to see it. It's out there. Shot in the neck, bleeding everywhere. And that's funny? How? Explain to me. Since I'm such a redneck, simpleton, blue collar from Jerkwater, USA, explain to me how that's funny. Explain to me what's the joke I'm missing. Where's the joke I'm missing? Go ahead. I'm a simpleton. You should be able to explain to me just like that. 1 + 2 = 3 should be that easy for you then, if that's the case. If that's the case. I mean, despite me bitching about it, complaining about it, moaning about it, the more things that change, the more they stay the same. I mean, eventually it always get worse too. Sadly, I believe it'll get worse than get better. This is just how it is, and just take stuff day by day. That's all we can do. But I guess more so I do think that the more things change, the more they stay the same. And people were this fucked up in the 70s. Look back on the history of the 70s, riots, assassinations, mistrust of your fellow person, divide. Not much has changed, except the technology. I mean, think about it. If we had social media, we had Facebook, Twitter, people that got assassinated, there'd be people mocking it, laughing about it. So I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. That's just how the human race is. But it's just fun. The funny thing to me is when people have this high moral fiber about themselves, as if they're holier than thou, as if they're the right cause, the correct cause, I should say, the correct way of thinking. We have such a moral higher fiber than you. Okay, why are you laughing at the idea of 2 kids not having their dad anymore? Or I forget how many kids he has. Apologies. Kids not having their dad anymore. What's funny about that? Since you such a higher moral fiber than me, what's funny about that? Because I don't see anything funny about that. I just don't. Explain the joke to me. I love to hear it. And I won't be talking a lot of politics after this and such, or in streams and such. I just did now my basement. I didn't. This channel is mostly. I mean, hell, everybody talks. I would say too much about politics, but I just been festering my brain, letting it out. And if I don't let it out now, it'll fester some more. So just yeah. Johnny Five, come alive. We'll be pals. Hand in hand, like a Kodak moment. I'll be Joe Petriano. Got the bald head already. I'm already started into the facial hair. So, when the Matrix comes, I'll join you. It sucks. And if whoever this guy was, if you didn't like his opinions, fine. You didn't like the way he said things, fine. If you didn't believe everything he said, fine. And it's not against the people who felt that way. It's not. It's in these people on these social media and these, like, because it was on my feed, I went on a random live stream and I'm just reading the comments and people are laughing and he got what he deserved and cheering, and I'm like, I'm not new to social media, so this isn't surprising, but at the same time it's like, again, all this talk about, all this stuff about respecting gender, respecting identity, respecting people's safe space. But it's okay to laugh about kids not having their dad anymore. See how that's confusing? I find it confusing, but I'm just a simpleton. I'm just a guy wearing a Rambo cap, sitting in a chair, let's say from 1974, drinking a Miller Yellow, bitching about movies, which I like. Thanks to you guys with the paid requests. More paid requests to come, uploading every day. It's just, something I wanted to get out of my basement, so. Plus, I like the thumbnail. Maybe it was just an excuse to use this thumbnail as well. Anyway, sorry I'm daydreaming too much now. Take care. We'll see you guys later. People, grow the fuck up.